up, kings and queens? Queen Tajay here, of course, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I will be doing a pink and blue marble slash smoke full set. And I'm going to be using eye gel, and for the acrylic, I will be using C-tones as always. So I've already shaped her nails and prepped them. And I'm just going to go in with the second coat of primer and apply that as I go so that she does not have any lifting. Again, I'm still trying to learn how to do freestyle so I don't copy others' work, which is okay in our community, but I want to learn how to have my own style without having to look at someone else's and to think of a design off of that. You all have seen my friend several times before, so she is very supportive of me in my career. So shout out to Tess, aka Tessa, but I call her Tess. And so yeah, let's just get on with the full set. So I am going in with my second coat of primer, like I said, and then I'm going to go in and use my ultra clear acrylic from C-tones. This clear is so amazing. It doesn't have any bumps or it doesn't look foggy unless you don't clean your brush. So if you're using their acrylic, their clear acrylic, and it's not looking like you're looking through ice and it kind of looks foggy or you have bubbles, it's because you're not cleaning your brush correctly. So I'm just doing the patting method as always, applying that bead, angling her fingernails down because she does like to look, and as a habit, when people like to look at their nails, they automatically lift their hands and they don't know it. So if it seems like I'm being aggressive, kind of pushing her hands down, she's my friend and I am. But sometimes you have to do that with certain clients because they don't do it intentionally. It's just a habit. So I'm doing that patting method with all of the nails, and that just helps me apply my acrylic as smooth as possible. And you will see later on in the video how it literally takes little to no filing at all, just because I use the patting method and I didn't try to brush off all of my acrylic as soon as I put it on my nail. And of course, when you brush your acrylic a lot, you dirty up your brush and it can get stuck in your brush and it'll be hard to pick up other beads. So just pay attention how I'm doing everything, and right here I'm trying to zoom in so you all can see. And so yeah, I'm gonna hush my big fat mouth for a while and then I will come back later and explain everything. So if you have a client with this on their nails, it's like a dark line and it's through their nail and on their skin, that is called melanonikia. It is basically hyperpigmentation and it's hereditary. So it's because like the cells put melanin into her, well, extra melanin, if you want to say it like that, into her nail. This is nothing that you should worry about. It's nothing you could take for it. It's hereditary. It's mostly common with people with darker skin, and it's harmless. You can still perform a nail service regularly, so do not worry about melanonikia. I really hope I'm saying this right, and if I see it in my book, I would definitely put it on here. But we're just going to do the same thing as we do to the other nails. Apply that second coat of primer and apply that acrylic just like normal. Do not stress about this. It is nothing to worry about. So after I apply my ultra clear acrylic on all 10 fingernails, I'm going to go back to the first hand I worked on and do my shaping and filing. I got these files from my local nail supply store. It's called Trans Design. If you are in Atlanta, you have to be a licensed nail tech in order to order from them, so just keep that in mind. But they work pretty good. Actually, they work the same as Beauty Secret from Sally's, just a little cheaper. But yeah, I'm just going to file and do all of my shaping all at once. As you can see here, I do not have a lot to do. Of course, I'm going to go in and do my cuticle area with the comb bit, but for the most part, I did everything really smooth, and that way I do not have a lot of filing and shaping to do. It's just in and out. So right here, same thing, just making sure everything is as clean as I may want it. Just a couple of filing on each side, maybe 2-3 times, and then I go over the top. Again, because I did that pattern method, it's so smooth, I don't even barely have to do this. I just want to really etch up the surface to make sure that later on her gel polish does not peel. But other than that, I did pretty good. And of course, some of the cuticle areas were a little too thick for me. They weren't thick, but you could tell that it was a nail enhancement. So I'm just going to go in later and fix that. Of course, I'm going to start doing it with my hand file, and then later use my comb bit and my sanding band. And for the first fingernails I file, I always turn them towards me to make sure they are as straight as possible. She does have a crooked nail, so I try to line up her tips with her knuckles as straight as possible. They still may be crooked, but she won't be able to tell from her point of view. That's just because when people have crooked nails, there's really not much you can do to fix it, but try to line that nail tip up with her knuckle. And after I do that, I'm just going to turn it around and do that thumb. So you don't have to go in with your comb bits or your bits in a particular manner. So I just started with my sanding band, and other times you will see me use my comb bit. Really doesn't matter, just as long as I clean up those cuticles, making sure acrylic isn't on her cuticle area or her skin. That way we do not have any lifting. And then I'm going to go in with the comb bit after this. Like I said, no particular order, as long as it gets done. As always, after filing and shaping, I'm going to brush off that dust, and sometimes if it is a lot of dust, I am then going to go in with some alcohol and remove the rest of the dust that I see, and that way I can see what I missed if I was filing and I had a dip in the nail, or if I made my brush too dirty and I can't really see through the acrylic. But luckily, as you can tell from right here, you can definitely see through those nails, so I made sure that my brush was pretty clean. After that, of course, I'm going to do the same thing to the next nail that I did to this hand, and then I'm going to go straight in with my polish afterwards. So for the pinky nail and the ring fingernail, I'm going to be doing a marbling method with clear and eye gel color. So for the pink color, it is called Bombshell, and I will link everything below. And for the blue color, that is called I Got the Blues. So for the marbling method, I'm just going to use C-Tone's non-wipe gel top coat, apply a thin layer of that and not cure it, and then place little dots of my eye gel color and swirl those around. Very easy. You can do this with a dotting tool or a nail art brush. So with marbling, there's no right or wrong way. As you can see right here, I wanted more of that color, but I didn't want too much to where it would cancel out the clear acrylic and clear gel. So you will see me add more of that I Got the Blues color, so I can have just enough of that color. So for the middle fingernail and the pointer fingernail, I'm going to do full coverage with those colors and cure those for 60 seconds. The only thing about gel polish is that it's very liquidy, so you do not need as much as you would of a different brand with this. So make sure you only have a little bit of that gel polish on your brush, and it should be just enough. And for the thumb fingernail, I am then going to do the same thing that I did for the pinky and the ring finger, except I'm going to mix all of the colors, so you will see me put plenty of dots, which is actually cute. Probably should have did a dotting design, but I'm just going to put both of those colors and just swirl them around. Again, no particular way, you just want it to look marble, and if you don't like how it looks, you can always add color or even remove it if you don't like it. Again, none of this is cured until you put it in the lamp. So if you feel like you put too much of a color, you can either add more of that color or just wipe it off. So while that other hand is curing for 60 seconds, I'm then going to move on to the next hand and kind of switch up the pattern, but still the same, same design, just different fingernails on different fingernails. And I just make sure that I'm always moving with my clients. I do not sit around. I do not stop for a conversation. If we're having a conversation, I can talk and continue working. The goal is to get people out of your chair and make sure that you do a great job on their set so it can last and it looks beautiful. So always keep working. If one hand is curing or drying, you work on the other. And of course, if you get gel polish on their skin, just make sure you have a cleanup brush to kind of dip in the alcohol and wipe that off their skin. That way it doesn't cure onto their skin. It's very helpful. If you leave it on their skin, they're going to think you're messy. Or if you do leave it on your skin, on their skin, because they kind of tip their hand over, you can give them a brush and some soap and tell them to wash their hands and kind of get it off. But they shouldn't have to do all of that. You should be able to catch that. And right here, of course, I'm just doing the same thing that I did on the other thumb, mixing both that blue and pink color, and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. Then I'm going to go back to this hand, top coat the pinky nail, well, all of the marble nails, and then do a second coat of that colored gel polish and cure that. I'm going to cure the whole hand for 60 seconds because I'm doing a second coat on the middle and pointer fingernail. And now I'm going to repeat the same steps that I just did on the other hand. Top coating those marble nails, putting the second coat of that gel polish, and curing for 60 seconds. So now I can finally top coat the middle fingernail and the pointer fingernail and cure those for 30 seconds. And then once those are out, I'm actually going to do a little bit more shaping afterwards to make sure that shape didn't get lost because the gel polish rolled to the free edge. As we all know, that gel polish can ruin your shape, so it is okay to lightly buff it out so that you can get your shape back. And so yeah. So after getting my shape back, I'm then going to go in with crystals that I got from Michaels and California Boutique. And of course, I will link California Boutique down below. And I'm just going to place those however I want them. I was just trying to go for an S shape. At this point, I was a little pressed for time, so I just did what was in my mind and didn't kind of complicate everything. I probably should have put smaller crystals, but it came out really nice. I just think smaller crystals kind of help everything hold together. And of course, when you rush, you don't get everything perfect, so try not to rush because then you're going to start dropping stuff and it's just going to irritate you and stress you out. But I managed to get done in a reasonable time, so she wasn't late getting to where she needed to be. But you know, just make sure that the glue that you're working with doesn't take forever to dry, because this is Mia's Secret resin and it kind of does take a minute to dry, or you know, it slides a little bit, so you want to be careful with that. And if you have different stuff that I can try to apply my crystals so they won't slide a little bit, then please leave that below or message me, kind of help a sister out. And with this last crystal, oh no, I'm sorry, well yeah, I'm going to put another crystal, and that is from Long Hair Pretty Nails, and it's like a pink crystal that's like blue and purple and red as well. And then right there you just saw me spray on that resin spray, and then I was done. I'm going to do the same thing to the next pinky nail, but I'm not going to show that because again, I'm pressed for time. And so yeah, I'm going to add cuticle oil, and then I will be done to take my beautiful pictures. And she is up out of my chair. I think this set came out beautiful. I think my creativity is coming back, y'all. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you know when I post. And I will see y'all kings and queens later. Bye.